rested and ready coming off a bye, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. The Razorbacks will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Touch pass on the run. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Now on second and short after that pickup. The lone back's got it. And the Broncos have enough for the first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
And now on second down for this offense. From the gun, running back on the move. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Still looking, on the move. Now improvising. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to it. The Broncos send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. First down here for the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's not the option they were looking for. You know, you want to run that option and maybe pitch the football, but that play looked dead from the jump, and the QB had nowhere to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Yeah, it's just the throw the quarterback would love to have back. His guy's wide open, and it looked to me like maybe he was overstriding or straining a little bit too much on the throw. The nose of the ball was diving, and he, of course, threw it into the ground. That's one he'd like to do over.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw. Trying to get to it. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
This guy just gives me. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. To the air. It's Green. He lets it fly. And he hauls it in at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Razorbacks are marching down the field. A run for the quarterback. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Off the RPO, complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Running the red zone, it's Hill. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. The Razorbacks will hustle to the line. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The
first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for space. It's Genty. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. The corners are walked up tight. They'll run it from the gun. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Genty. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Try to barge their way in. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. The Broncos moving quickly to the line. He'll pull it on the read. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos. They'll try to tack 1 more on their score.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake. Escapes the sack. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Wants to throw. It's Green. They're bringing heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense ball has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Coming after it. And the quarterback is snowed under. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Caught in the backfield, it's Genty. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 3rd down, going up top. Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Caught in the backfield, it's Green. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Fights off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's looking on the right side. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Got room on the return. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point and he was able to come away with the pick.
And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Razorbacks will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got it in his own territory. Bulldozes him. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Boise State ready to send out that offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against you.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to get the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
To the air, it's Nelson. Throws to the wideout. Oh, so close to paying off the tip. Really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. A little screen to the running back. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Between the uprights, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Quick release by the QB. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to pass, it's Green. He makes the connection. Touchdown, Arkansas! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Hey, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Defense in press coverage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He lofts one down the sideline. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, and set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
Gets it out fast. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man, and they convert. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Finds his back in the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the 1st down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
And the Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Going to the run, it's Genty. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Broncos! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's there's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So a lot to process and think about.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Pivotal moment, perhaps even a decisive play coming on 3rd and 3. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
This quarterback is so dangerous, and it looked like the defense had him corralled. It looked like they were ready for him to keep the football, but that quarterback is just too good. He's like a water bug. So good, short area quickness, able to make guys miss, then go get the 1st.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. And the Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. He's going to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Anthony. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Pulls it in, it's Johnson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. He's stopped short, and they'll turn it over. Huge stand by this defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Line gets set, 1st down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays. Guys